we come with that heat, we got skip on the.
That's I would have said
that's a hot
Louisville.
take. Yeah.
Here I have one of my bigger upsets, boys.
Is there a reason for that?
March.
Okay.
March.
Feel free to do whatever you want.
Fade
I
us.
ain't gonna stop
Fade
you.
us.
Yeah.
Fade us. No. I think Missouri could get hot. I'm just saying. I think that they could go on a really good run.
Now I'm gonna throw it back. I'm gonna throw it way
Whoa,
back, Jacob.
pause. Griffin throwing it back. Oh, God. Let the madness begin. Welcome in and welcome back. The Kobe episode.
Hell yeah.
Episode 24, $1 Million Radio. It is Skylar. It is Griffin. And this time, it is Jacob. Live
What's
and
up,
in
guys?
person.
What is up?
Just had to make sure that the audio or the video was recording again. You know, just got to make sure after last week. But anyways, thanks
Happy
for
St.
watching.
Patty's Day,
Yeah, hey,
everybody.
happy St. Patrick's Day. I got my green on. Shout out Amber, my girlfriend, with this birthday present she gave me. Jordan Love, black jersey. It's freaking
Honestly,
nice.
hey, this is irrelevant. Do you know who else wore 24?
Who?
Charles Woodson.
Oh, yeah.
It's the Charles Woodson episode.
But he did wear 21, I'm pretty sure, with the Packers.
Okay.
But maybe what was
Raiders.
it?
With the
yeah.
Raiders, he wore 24.
I think in Michigan he wore 2, maybe. Anyways, that's besides the point. Thanks for watching last week, guys. It was a great turnout for that last episode. Just checked it this morning, 102 views. Somehow somebody commented one day ago it got 7 likes in the last day, so that's pretty cool. I guess it picked up over the last few days. But
Yeah.
last
Elite
week,
ball knowledge, dude.
yeah, yeah. I mean, hey, we did very good in the SEC bracket. I'll go ahead and post a picture to show the results. Tennessee came up short in that championship game, but we did have Florida and Tennessee both in that SEC championship game. So Florida, man, they're probably one of the best teams in the country.
Yeah.
Very deserving of the 1 seed. You can't say that about Auburn, I will say.
Probably. No,
What?
Florida is the best team in the country, dude.
They're up
Come
there
on.
with Duke. They're up
Dude,
there with Duke.
Walter Clayton, I said it before, he's like Jamal Murray versus the Lakers. Whenever he sees Tennessee, it's belt to ass for some reason.
Hey, speaking of Jamal Murray with the freaking game winner against the Lakers last week, Dalton Connect had 30 points. I'm pretty sure 30 something.
Yeah, but if you're the Nuggets, you come out. You barely scrape by beating the G League Lakers. They have Luka, LeBron. It was Dalton Connect and Austin Reeves putting on a shooting clinic.
Yeah, but
Which, hey, we better watch out. The rumor this summer is that Nico's going to try and trade for Austin Reeves.
oh yeah,
That's crazy. Oh yeah, was he going to send Klay Thompson and Anthony Davis or something?
Probably Clay and every remaining person that can walk in that franchise.
Wow.
Because apparently they're close to maybe having to forfeit some games after Dante Exum broke his hand.
yeah. I saw they had one player on their whole bench. I think it was yesterday's game,
Yeah.
or 2 days ago.
And they're over the cap, so they can't sign anybody.
Could they not
What
pull any 10-day or like 2-way contracts? I wonder.
They'll have to
don't
pay
know.
the luxury tax.
Yeah,
Wow.
I don't know.
Griffin, your
man.
team is in a.
Hey, not
probably
anymore,
the,
dog.
No man,
Not
he
anymore.
He made the change. He's with
Wait,
the
did
Lake
you get
Show
traded?
now.
Oh, you
Hell,
got traded?
Yeah, Griffin
Yeah, I
got
got
traded to the Lakers with Luka.
I respect it. Honestly, that was like one of the first times I've seen with my own eyes where I cannot judge a fan for switching teams. I really just
Yeah.
can't.
No, yeah.
I don't blame any Mavericks fan for doing that. But anyways, enough NBA talk, boys. It is March Madness time. The bracket
Let's go.
is out. And
Let's go.
Jacob, you didn't hear this. Griffin had a fantastic idea to with our group we made to keep up with our brackets. If anybody would like to join our group of March Madness brackets, go to it's the NCAA March Madness. It's there's an app for it, but the website is play.ncaa.com, and the app is NCAA March Madness Live. So if you want to join our group, I will give out $20 to the winner. And the way we're going to do this.
Let's all match and make it 60 for the winner.
Okay.
All right.
I'm
You
in.
down with that? All right. So $60 from the three of us to whoever wins. So if one of us wins, it'll be winning basically $40. But
Yeah.
anyways, if you want to join MD Minds, MDMINDS is the group name, MD Minds. If you want to join, the way we're going to do it is, I guess I'll go ahead and come up with the rules right now on the spot. If we win, I'm going to write this down. Yeah, I'm going to write this down. I got to keep up with it. If we win,
Clip it.
if you guess a team right in the first round, that's 1 point. If you guess a team right in the second round, that's 2 points. If you guess a team right in the Sweet 16, guess what? That's 3 points. If you guess a team right that makes it all the way to the Elite Eight and they win an Elite Eight matchup, that's an extra 4 points. If you guess any team to make the Final Four, that's 5 points per team. And if you guess the national champion, that'll be 10 points to your total. Does that sound right?
That sounds
Sound
right.
good? All right.
Yeah, and here's a tip: choose Florida. You probably won't go wrong.
Yeah. I've got a little spoiler alert. I've got Florida and Duke in the national championship. I think last year it was UConn and Purdue both were 1 seeds, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Which that rarely ever happens.
it is
As
rare,
crazy
but
as it
it
is.
happens. But we're gonna take the next few minutes and go over the first. We're just doing the first round breakdown? or are we gonna,
I say yeah, sure, that works. First round.
Okay. And we'll just, fill
Go
in the
by
time
region,
after that.
yeah.
But I'll start things off in the South region. We got the 1 seed Auburn. 2 seed is Michigan State. The 3 seed will see Iowa State. 4 is Texas A&M. 5 Michigan. And you get the rest. I'm sure you're looking at it yourself. But in the first game, Auburn, and then we got play-in games over the next couple days. So this is Monday afternoon. Alabama State and SFU. What is that? I should know this.
Isn't it Stephen F. Austin?
Stephen F. Austin, I
Yeah.
think. So,
Which they're usually in the tournament just about every year.
yeah, they're a small team that likes to account towards the madness. But I've got Auburn winning that game, and then Louisville Creighton. I've got Creighton with the win over Louisville.
Ooh, that's I would have said
That's a
Louisville.
hot take. Yeah.
I mean, I think in another bracket I did have Louisville, but something tells me Creighton.
Okay.
Creighton's one of those March teams. You know
Which you know
what I'm saying?
what's crazy? Guess what state Creighton's in?
What state is it?
I'm gonna guess.
Nebraska.
Nebraska? Sorry.
You'd think
No, you're good.
you'd think it'd be on the East Coast, but
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So the next game, I've got Michigan over University of California, San Diego. Texas A&M over Yale. I got a upset right here, but I think it's because of North Carolina turning it on. And I think North Carolina is, in my opinion, going to beat San Diego State, and then they're going to beat Ole Miss in round 1.
I hate to tell you, but Ole Miss plays San Diego State in the first round.
You think so?
yeah, I think San Diego State might put a little belt to ass to North Carolina. I ain't gonna lie.
Guess what, boys? If that happens, I still get a point. So
I think Ole Miss is going to get in personally.
Yeah.
Ole Miss is in they're the 6th seed, and then the 11th seed will be either San Diego State, North Carolina. Give me the 11th seed in that one. Ole Miss is a good team, but they like to get beat by 20 or 30 every now and then. So
That's fair.
then in the Iowa State Lipscomb game, give me Iowa State, the 3 seed moving on.
But with Ole Miss, I mean, did you see their buzzer beater versus Arkansas? I mean,
Yeah, I mean, I saw that, but
yeah.
Arkansas.
Yeah.
it's a tough team though. North Carolina just ain't.
Yeah. And I think with the SEC setting the record, 14 teams into the NCAA tournament, most by any conference all time. SEC is the most challenged conference. I mean, you see Duke as the 1 seed, but there are 13 of the 14 teams that made the tournament and 16 teams total. There are 13 teams from the SEC that have more top 25 wins than Duke. 13. So, stat that.
For example, North Carolina is 1-12 versus quad 1 teams. Ole Miss, guess what their record is?
What?
8-10.
8-10.
So you think North Carolina is gonna beat Ole Miss?
What do they call it, Jacob? They call it March Madness.
Okay.
March Madness, Jacob.
Okay.
But even if San Diego State beats North Carolina, Ole Miss is not at the top of the SEC in my opinion.
Not at all.
So I will go on with New Mexico State defeating Marquette, the 10 seed, taking down number 7 seed, and then Michigan State defeating the 15 seed Bryant. So that'll set up the round of 32 in my region: Auburn and Creighton, Michigan, Texas A&M, Iowa State, and either North Carolina or San Diego State, and then Michigan State and New Mexico. That is the South region, in my opinion.
Okay. And so each week we'll do round by round, is what you're saying, or what? Okay.
Yeah, probably. Well, I guess we need to go through the second round.
I say just keep going, baby. Just get me to the Elite Eight.
Okay. All right. So the round of 32 here in the South region, Auburn and Creighton. I've got Auburn winning that one. Michigan versus Texas A&M. I've got Michigan moving on against a tough Aggie squad. Iowa State is going to take down the 11 seed, North Carolina or San Diego State, or maybe it's Ole Miss. Who knows? But I got Iowa State moving on, and then Michigan State taking down a tough New Mexico Lobo squad. So that sets up my Elite Eight: Auburn and Michigan, Iowa State, Michigan State. So who would like to go next in their region?
Well, I'm gonna Griffin can go next, but honestly, dude,
see, I'm looking a little different.
I think UC San Diego takes the win.
UC San Diego.
I think they beat Michigan in the first round.
They've won 30 games.
But Michigan did just win the Big Ten championship. Keep that in mind.
Okay, yeah. And they have Danny Wolf, right?
Yeah.
7-foot guard.
What's the next region we're going to do?
I can go next with the West.
All right. Go ahead, Griff.
So overall with the West, we've got Florida in at the 1 seed, which I feel like they should probably be the number 1 overall seed.
Especially after they beat Auburn at Auburn.
Yeah, and Alabama at Alabama.
It doesn't help that they lost to Georgia, in my opinion, but it is their schedule. I mean, they've still proven, I think, that they are the number 1 seed, and they are the reigning SEC champions now.
And they, not only the SEC champions, but they were not even challenged, except for maybe the Tennessee game. They still won by almost 10 points.
Convincingly. There was no last-minute heroics. It was convincing. It was like whenever Tennessee would try to punch, Florida would come back with a sweet chin music, ridiculous. So.
All right, Griff.
The 2 seed overall in the West is St. John's, which
I like that.
I'm very high on St. John's.
I like St. John's.
Rick Pitino might just be the greatest basketball coach of all time.
Have you seen his post game interviews that go viral? He's like, when we're shooting free throws, I want to kill myself.
Yeah. Hell, last night he said he was going to drink a quart of Jameson's for the holiday. Like, golly.
That Paisan right there.
Yeah.
All right. Who you got winning these games in the first round, Griff?
So in the first game, obviously Florida's going to put that belt to the ass with old Norfolk State.
What if though? What if Norfolk State comes out and beats Florida first round? Because we've seen the last couple of years, 16. We used to never see it before. It used to never happen, and now it's happened. Like 3 times in the last, or 2 times in the last 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, so, it was UMBC beat Virginia, and then Virginia went on to win the championship next year.
Yeah.
After they double dribbled versus Auburn. Auburn should have been in the championship, but and then FDU beat
Barely
Purdue.
Dickinson. Yeah. So.
Hey, that would be hilarious if Norfolk. I remember when Norfolk they beat Missouri in like 2011 or something. They were a 15 seed and Missouri was a 2 seed, and that was pretty rare at the time too.
So Griffin's got Florida beating Norfolk State. What about Oklahoma and UConn, Griff? UConn back-to-back champions.
I've got Oklahoma.
Oklahoma's turned it on.
UConn is just a name. That's
Yeah,
like,
at this point, bro.
if you took their name out of it and looked at their what they've done this year, their resume, it ain't good.
All right, so Oklahoma moves on.
Yeah, and then in the next one, I've got Memphis beating Colorado State, even though they did just win the Mountain West. Pretty convincingly over my Boise State Broncos, unfortunately, but
Yeah.
I will still take Memphis in that 5-12 matchup.
I like
Maryland, Grand Canyon, Griff, 4 versus 13.
I'm going to take the safe bet here and go with Maryland. They were pretty close there with Michigan before Michigan pulled away from them to go to the Big Ten championship,
Yeah.
but I still feel like they've got too much size.
Didn't Michigan hit a last-second layup versus them?
I believe so, yeah.
That's what had. It wasn't necessarily like a pull away. Not to dispute what you're saying, but
Yeah.
Maryland had the lead with like 6 seconds left, and then Michigan got the ball and drove up court and did a wide open layup. It was crazy.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they were right there with Michigan. It wasn't. It was just more of a they didn't have enough time type of deal.
Yeah. Never. I feel like y'all might give me some flack for this next one.
Uh-oh.
I already know.
But I've got Drake pulling the 11-6 upset in this
Ooh.
region.
Against Missouri. Drake over Missouri.
I know they're
Missouri's hot,
smaller.
man.
I know Drake's a smaller school, but they've got 30. They're 30-4 this year.
That's a good point.
Missouri beat Florida at Florida.
Missouri is also a streaky shooting team.
They are, but
point.
if they get
That's a good
hot,
point.
this you could very well make the correlation of Ohio State getting hot this year for the college football playoff. If Missouri gets hot at this time, they're probably one of the top 3 most dangerous teams.
I'm hoping that Florida beating Tennessee puts a little fire in our ass,
Yeah.
gets us going.
All right. Now we got Texas Tech, North Carolina, Wilmington. 3 versus 14.
I got the Red Raiders in this one.
Okay. Texas Tech is a pretty good team this year.
Yeah.
All right. And number 7, Kansas. Number 10, Arkansas.
I think it'll be close, but I've got Kansas pulling this one out.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. And then in the last game, St. John's and Omaha, 2 versus 15.
Very easily. I'd hate to see Rick get upset, but I've got St. John's moving on.
All right. So now that sets up the round of 32 for Griffin in the, what region is this? West?
Yes.
So we got Florida, Oklahoma, Memphis, Maryland. Oh, wait. No, I'm reading my
no,
bracket.
yeah, you're
Go ahead.
right. You're right.
I think
Same games, but
yeah. So
Yeah.
Florida, Oklahoma, Memphis, Maryland, and then you got Texas Tech and Drake,
yes.
and then St. John's and Kansas. Who you got in these games, Griff? Moving on to the Sweet 16.
All right. In the first top part of the bracket, I've got Florida beating Oklahoma, and I have Memphis beating Maryland.
Okay.
We're the same.
I've got Maryland over Memphis, but anyways, continue.
Next game up for me, I've got Texas Tech beating Drake, and then I've got St. John's over Kansas to move on.
I got Missouri versus St. John's in that Sweet 16.
Me too.
Or
Me
no,
too.
wait, is this the Sweet 16?
Yeah, I think so.
Yep, it is.
So now you'll have the Elite 8, Griff.
So I've got Memphis beating Florida,
Wow.
and I have St.
Wow.
John's beating Texas Tech. I just think Florida's going to run out of steam offensively. They're going to have one bad shooting night, and it's going to get them.
I feel that sentiment. I don't know if it'll happen. We don't know, but if
Because,
it
bro,
does happen,
yesterday in that SEC championship game, it feels like everybody was hitting shots for Florida.
oh yeah,
like
that last
literally
second 3
everybody.
before halftime, that was
Yeah.
that was a dagger.
This is the Sweet 16 round, by the way. So
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
but that was the winner that goes to the Elite 8.
yeah, correct. So you got, who'd you say beating Florida?
Memphis.
Memphis over Florida, and then to send the next game into the Elite 8,
St. John's.
St.
over
John's.
Texas Tech.
So Griffin in the Elite 8 of the South bracket or West bracket, he's got, who is it?
Memphis against St. John's. But
Memphis and St. John's.
St. John's winning that region overall.
Wow, cool.
All right, Jacob, you're next. Who's
All right,
up?
I'm gonna take care of the Midwest region, guys. Basically, it's Houston's bracket. Houston's number 1 team, and I'm not sure who the 16 seed is. Is it SIU Edwardsville?
Yeah, shout out the OVC conference. That's where UT Martin is.
Okay.
The Cougars.
So, I got
So is it
Houston.
Southern Indiana?
Southern Illinois,
Okay, that's
Edwardsville.
IU.
I got Houston beating them pretty good. And I think
fair.
Georgia is going to beat Gonzaga. And this is where my
I'm
fear.
also with you on that.
I feel like I may be overestimating SEC, and also Gonzaga may be hitting a good streak right now. Like, I think they're top 10 in the net rankings, if I'm not mistaken. But regardless, I have Houston playing Georgia. I think Georgia's going to upset them. I'm just saying.
Okay.
But I'll get to that in a second. And then Clemson is playing number 12 McNeese. And if there's any one of these that is actually a play-in game, it's not showing. So right now it has McNeese at 12.
Correct.
So I have Clemson beating McNeese. And then I have Purdue beating High Point. So I think it'll be a Clemson-Purdue game for that. After that, Illinois versus Texas. I have Illinois winning.
That is a play-in game. Texas and Xavier.
Okay. I like Texas. I like Trey Johnson, but we saw what Tennessee did defensively. All they did was shut him down, and then that also, that was like putting a stick in the wheels. So if Illinois is able to do that, they should beat Texas. But if they're not and they have a bad shooting night, it could be anyone at that point.
Yeah.
And then I have Kentucky beating Troy. But I think Kentucky is pretty battered right now. Is that what you said? Their starters are out, 3 of them?
Yeah, they've got 3 starters out for the year.
Wow.
And I don't know. I don't know if that's happened throughout the season or just lately, but I know now they're down 3 starters going into the tournament.
Okay. And then I have Tennessee playing Utah State. I think UCLA is out in the first round.
Okay. You don't think the Wofford Terriers are gonna give Tennessee a game? The 2 versus 15?
No, in Tennessee, it'll probably be a game to the last minute, but
I think the line is like 18.5 or something.
I hope so. Remember that first game we went to, the season opener? It was kind of close for a second.
Oh yeah. No, it was close most of the game actually.
Yeah. I was like, oh shit.
Who do we play? Who is that?
Wasn't
first
it
game?
Gardner Webb?
Gardner Webb. Yeah. The
Good
Bulldogs gave us a freaking test.
Good memory.
I think that opening game, the line was like 26.5.
That's what I'm saying.
We were just never close
Yeah,
to
thank you.
covering that.
Thank you, Gardner Webb, for making me think this team was going to get bounced in the round of 32.
Yeah.
And
Thank you.
Hey, it could happen.
Hey,
So
it's March. We're now in March. So
I'm
we'll see.
honestly glad we didn't get the number 1 seed, because Tennessee would have been that 3rd team somehow.
Yeah.
Just
All right,
knowing.
Jacob, you got the round of 32.
Yeah, I got Georgia beating Houston,
Okay.
and then I got Clemson beating Purdue. I really like this Clemson team. They went to the Elite 8 last year. They played Alabama, ended up losing. But regardless, Clemson is a really good team. They have Ian Scheffler, or whatever his name is, but he's known as the Chef. He's like this 6'9" power forward. He's crazy. He's really good. I think that they are going to make a good run. And then I have Kentucky beating Illinois, and I have Tennessee beating Utah State. I think that's going to be a good Sweet 16 matchup, a rematch, basically. Kentucky swept the season series.
Well, see, I've got a rematch of Illinois and Tennessee.
I do too. I got
That's
Illinois
cool.
taking down Kentucky.
That's cool. But regardless, if Tennessee sees Kentucky, I'm hoping that we win 1 game. Like I said in the chat,
Please
if we can't beat Kentucky 1 time this year, we don't deserve to be in any more rounds.
Yeah.
But I do have us winning that, and then I'd also have Clemson beating Georgia. So I have a 2022 Orange Bowl rematch. Clemson versus Tennessee.
All right. In the Elite 8.
Yep.
And if we play that game, I like our chances to make it to the Final
See,
Four.
I've got
That's
us
how it
playing
turns out.
Houston
Me too.
in the Elite 8.
Honestly, our draw was really good.
It wasn't bad.
I really think we got the best draw for us possible.
Being the overall number 1 2 seed, playing in the same bracket as the overall number 4 1 seed, probably the best we could ask for. So anyway, so now we've got what bracket is this? The East bracket, where Duke is the number 1 seed. We got Alabama, the number 2 seed, and Wisconsin at 3, Arizona at 4. So Duke will have the winner of a play-in game. I'm trying to figure out. Let me see what the what schools those are. I'm just getting abbreviations.
I know there's American, right? But I don't know who the other one is. But hey, regardless, Duke's going to win. I mean, come on.
Yeah, for sure. I mean,
we got to show some respect, right, to the 16 seed.
Hey, just wait. If Cooper Flag don't play in that first game, just hold your horses.
American versus Mount St. Mary's for that 16 seed.
It's close to St. Vincent, St. Mary's, so I'll go with the second.
So we got Duke. All of us got Duke winning that one. In the next game in the bracket, we'll see Baylor and Mississippi State. Who y'all got moving on to play Duke?
Got the Bulldogs moving on.
I got Mississippi State as well.
I've got Baylor.
Baylor's really good. I mean, we beat them early in the year, but
by 20.
Yeah.
They're really good.
I got Baylor winning that one, but moving on, we got Oregon and Liberty. Give me the Ducks.
Oregon is so good in March, dude. Oregon is going to go on a tear, I think.
Here I have one of my bigger upsets, boys.
Are we all together on this one then?
Not me.
I got Akron taking down Arizona.
Okay, no. I thought you were talking about something else.
I have Arizona. I have Arizona winning.
I also have Arizona winning.
All right. Well, I guess I'll stand alone then. BYU.
Is there a why? Is there a reason for that?
March.
Okay.
March.
Caption that and put it on the Instagram. That went.
Well, see,
too
next
crazy.
one I've got is for March reasons. I've got VCU over BYU.
Okay.
And even though BYU's sneaky good, because I've seen them beat some good teams this year, but.
All right. So now we got, I got BYU in that game. What about you, Jacob?
I have VCU.
Okay.
It's honestly, they're honestly kind of reminiscent of Shaka Smart's team
back
in the 2010s.
Yeah, I like VCU.
Ago.
I really do like VCU. BYU is a pretty good team. And then Wisconsin and Montana. Montana played Tennessee, and it was fairly close for much of that game. Let me see what the guy's name is. Like Money Williams or something.
Oh, I think I remember who you're talking about. He was a baller. And didn't we help out with something with a GoFundMe? We shared something.
Yeah, I think that's right.
That was a good little thing we did as a community. But yeah, one of the players, I think mom or family members passed away, and we helped raise a GoFundMe. We had something to do with that. I forgot the exact story, but he was a good player. He's a good kid. Really liked the upbringing, so.
Yeah, Money Williams, 6'4" guard, sophomore, and that dude dropped 30 points in Thompson Bowling Arena.
Yeah, class act too.
Yeah.
So yeah, I like that.
Which, unfortunately, I've got Wisconsin.
Oh yeah,
I do think they're going to be one of the dark horses.
Yeah.
Even though I have them losing to Alabama in the next round, but
okay. And then after that, we got Vanderbilt and St. Mary's. Guys, how do you feel about Vanderbilt? They beat us once this year.
Yeah, I'm rolling with Vanderbilt on this one.
And they almost beat us in Thompson Bowling Arena when we were down by like 15 points until we
Yeah, I got Vanderbilt in that one too. And in that last game, it's Alabama, Robert Morris. I think we're all unanimous.
Yeah, Robert Morris, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
No, Mark Sears is a dog. He's like a baby Jalen Brunson. I have him going all the way to the Elite Eight. Him and Nelson, they're really good.
No, yeah, for real. Grant Nelson
and Phylon, great.
All right, boys. Got about 7 minutes left on the Zoom. We may recall and do another one, but Final Four. Let's make our Final Four predictions.
Okay,
who y'all got? And I just want to say, this honestly might not even be fair that we're doing this, because we told people to join our bracket and then gave all our bracket picks. So we'll see. We'll see.
It is what it is. Honestly,
feel free to do whatever you want.
Fade us. Fade us.
Yeah.
Fade us. No.
We're probably idiots. Who knows? It's March. It's just going to get crazy.
All right, boys. Final Four. I have Alabama playing Tennessee as a rematch. And I hope it does not go Alabama's way for fate, for destiny reasons. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So who you got in that other matchup?
Michigan State and Missouri.
Wow, Missouri in the Final Four.
I think Missouri could get hot. I'm just saying. I think I think that they could go on a really good run. I'm not saying they will, but I am on this bracket. But dude, I think if you give them a chance to play Florida again on that court, in the West, the West region, I think that they could beat Missouri, or they could beat Florida. They beat Florida in Gainesville, so it's like
it's not out of the question.
It's not impossible.
What about you, Griff? Final four predictions.
See, I've got St. John's beating Auburn, and I've got Tennessee beating Duke.
Okay. In my final four, I have Michigan State and Florida, Duke and Tennessee, and in the championship game, I've got Duke beating Florida.
Michigan State and Florida would be such a banger. I'm telling you. If that
See, I've got St. John's and Tennessee in the Natty.
St. John's and Tennessee. What about you, Jacob? What's your Natty prediction?
Michigan State losing to Tennessee
in the championship. Wow.
I think Missouri, that their luck runs out.
So even though Tennessee has not made a Final Four in program history, y'all think this is the year that we get it done?
Dude,
and
I don't know.
Win the Natty.
I hope so. This is all me trying to manifest it. But whenever the season's over, I would like us to go over some reasons, some takeaways.
Yeah.
We've really missed a third big man in JP Estrella this year. We really
that's
did.
Just imagine how much better we'd be with JP at full steam.
He was strong as shit versus Zach Edey in the tournament last year. Remember when weak, soft-ass Jonas Adu had to go out? And then Ibaka or whatever. No, I'm sorry. What was his name? I forgot his name. But
what was his name?
He got into foul trouble. Serge Ibaka. No, I forgot. But great player. Love him. He's at Arizona, I think, now. And he's doing really good over there.
I went to 3 games last year, and I can't even remember.
But really good. But regardless, who do we need to get in there to try to at least guard Zach Edey? JP Estrella, maybe. And when Dalton, my favorite play from that run was when Dalton threw the lob to Estrella after Zach Edey went up for a post move, and then Dalton comes down, does a pick and roll, and JP Estrella's there for the slam. Dude, we missed him this year, and it really shows, like in the tournament, getting into foul trouble. Cade Phillips, he stepped up great, and next year Cade will be here, and JP Estrella will be healed from injury, and we'll probably have another big man. But year,
then we'll have to replace Okpara and Milicic and Lanier and Ziegler and Meshack, and
we've really missed him this year. Is what I'm saying.
And we might have to replace our coach. Who knows? There have been talks that this might be Rick Barnes last year.
God, please don't let him retire, please.
But boys, we do have some breaking news. The last AP poll before March Madness has come out, and I'll go over the top 10 really quickly before we get out of here. Duke, the overall number 1. They've got Houston at number 2, Florida number 3, Auburn drops to number 4.
L list. With Duke being number 1 already, L list. It should be Florida.
Yeah.
They've only got one more loss than Duke does, but Houston at number 2. Yeah, Houston at number 2, Florida number 3, Auburn 4, St. John's at 5. Our Tennessee Volunteers at number 6.
Yeah.
And then to round out the top 10, Alabama, Michigan State, Texas Tech, and Louisville in the top 10.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Louisville is a good win for us.
Wow.
Now. Yeah.
Louisville's in the top 10. That was a really good win then.
Yeah.
That became a really good win.
And I think we see some parity in that the top 10 versus how the committee seeded the NCAA tournament. But all right, boys, we got less than 2 minutes left. We want to go over some $1 Million Radio songs of the week.
Yeah. I'll start off. Emergence by Sleep Token, their newest single. It's a banger. It has a cool beat. Check it out.
All right. Emergence Sleep Token is Jacob's pick. What about you, Griff?
Now I'm going to throw it back. I'm going to throw it way back,
pause.
Jacob.
Griffin throwing it back. Oh, God.
I know I'm seeing 311 this weekend, but I'm going to roll with a good old 80s song from my man Phil Collins and Philip Bailey. It's Easy Lover.
Easy Lover.
You got it off of that one video of them doing that dance with those guys on stage.
I've liked that song for probably as long as I can remember now.
Okay.
All right,
my
guys.
mom threw 80s at me when I was a kid.
I've got a new song that I found this last week. A band called Starset called the song called "Dark Things." It's kind of like a rock hip hop type feel. Not really as much hip hop, but
That's cool.
I don't know. It's an interesting listen if y'all want to go take it.
Okay,
take it,
yeah.
listen. But any last words, boys? We got about 30 seconds.
Go Vols, and it's March, baby. Let's go.
Let the madness begin.
Go Vols.
You need to play the music right there when you say "Let the madness begin." Outro.
Yeah. All right, guys. That is the Kobe episode. A lot of basketball talk as we start March Madness off with a bang. Join our bracket, the NCAA March Madness Live app. Play.ncaa.com. MD Minds is the bracket group. And go to our website, mdminds.com. Get the latest merch, latest episode. Help a brother out. Help the boys out. Bye, Jacob. Oh, Jacob left. But
He's
that'll
gone.
do it. Episode 24, $1 Million Radio. And as always, we'll see you next time.